What is going on, guys? Mike here with Chit Chat Gaming. So the day has finally come, the day I've been waiting for here. AEW Fight Forever. We're finally going to get a chance to take a look at it here. So this is a review code copy. So yes, I did get a review code about a week ago. So I've had a good solid week with the game, almost a week anyways, with the game here. And what I'm doing here today is kind of showing you guys just basically the gameplay and how the game runs on Nintendo Switch. So this is going to be like a quick review, a mini review. I did actually pre-order the game on the Xbox Series X as well too, so I'll be doing a full comparison between the two, but I wanted to make sure I came on here and showed you guys how this game was going to run on Nintendo Switch, because I know that's basically a big question a lot of people are asking. So again, we're going to go ahead though, we're going to finally take a look at this game here, and that way you can get a chance to look at it and see exactly what you think. So again, let's go ahead, let's not waste any more time, let's jump on inside, let's take a quick look at AEW Fight Forever on Nintendo Switch. Alright, here we go. So first things first, we are greeted with an awesome video package as an intro to the game, which features the stars of All Elite Wrestling. I thought this was a really cool, nice introduction. Next thing, we're going to have the main menu. You're going to find 6 different tabs, including Exhibition, Online, Custom, Road to Elite, Challenges, and Shop. In Exhibition mode, you're going to find the one-on-one matches, where you're going to have normal matches, lights out match, falls count anywhere. You're going to have your regular 2v2 tag team matches, 3-way matches, 4-way matches, casino battle royale, exploring barbed wire deathmatch, ladder match, mini games, and training. Let's go ahead though, let's start with the main menu itself. First things first, there's quite a bit of rendering issues and lag when switching tabs. This is a known issue according to the developers. Also, I must say that Tay Mello looks a little grainy here on the main menu, and this will indeed resonate to the actual gameplay in just a moment here. So the select a wrestler matchup menu is great. I thought they did a very good job on that. It's very user friendly. Not much to say other than they did a perfect job with this and made it like not too clunky or confusing for the player. Another thing I noticed too is that I wanted to touch on was that the load times do seem a bit long in the game. I'm guessing it will probably be shorter elsewhere, like on Xbox and PS5 and so forth. But there did seem to be a little bit of like long switch or lag here on Nintendo Switch. So going back to exhibition matches, the entrances are quick, almost too quick, but they get the job done. They look good. Entrance themes are perfect. Controlling the pyro effects are a great touch as well. First thing I noticed during the gameplay was there was quite a bit of lag, some graininess, some jagged edges and so forth, quite a few frame rates drops, especially during animations that involve signature moves, finisher, big moves, etc. During the grappling and the chain wrestling, I also did notice quite a bit of times where the moves were just off a little bit here, but do keep in mind that these are handcrafted moves. This is not motion captured whatsoever, so I had to take that in consideration. But for the most part though, they were not too bad. However, I must say I really do like the grappling, the striking, and the controls in general. I ended up changing the running from the A button to ZR. It has felt more comfortable to me, but everything else though, I was perfectly fine with the default setup. The arenas, the camera cuts, the camera angles, the crowd noise, the chants is all exactly how I like it. This game honestly reminds me so much of WWE Day of Reckoning series mixed with No Mercy / WCW NWO Revenge and some of the older Ukes games. You're going to hear me mention that quite a bit during this review, which is exactly what they were looking for, what they were going for anyways. I also really enjoy the music playing during the matches. It feels just right at home. Again, a throwback to some of the older games. Commentary is minimal, but delivers the call-outs and what it needs to touch on just enough and just at the right time. So I can deal without all the crazy, because sometimes in the games, like the WWE games like that, the commentary does get quite a bit of repetitive. Well, in this game here, there's not a whole lot of commentary because you have the music in the background, but there's just enough. The in-game tutorials are nice and helpful. Grappling moves, signature, and finishers are easy to perform as well too, and quite enjoyable. Minus, like I said, the lag and drop frames, which I did notice quite a bit during the signatures and finishers. But again, going back to tutorials, they are pretty quick. You can skip them, but it's nice to have them. They're all towards the beginning of the matches as well, too, or towards the beginning of the games when you first start it, so that way you don't have to worry about them popping up all the time being annoying. I found myself having the most fun with a lights out match, to be honest with you. Going to the outside never felt better. There are so many different weapons you can use in the game. Actually, to be honest with you, there's over 40 to be exact weapons that you can use in the game. Everything from chairs, fire extinguishers, wet floor signs, bottle of bubbly, guitars, tables, exploding barbed wire bats, and yes, thumbtacks. Thumbtacks are a nice touch as they actually stay in the wrestler's back or on their chest. And again, it just looks awesome, and the effect is really cool as well too. Bubbly bottles, shatters. My only gripe is that if you legitimately have to stand over the weapon to pick it up. So you can't be over the side of it. You have to actually stand over the weapon, and it kind of takes a little while to get used to, but you have to be standing over it to actually pick them up. And another thing too is you can only use weapons twice. So you use them twice, and then they're done for. So it can be a little frustrating. To say the least, but it's not that big of a deal here. Grabbing weapons from underneath the ring is to be expected, but grabbing weapons from the crowd was a great touch and a throwback once again to its older predecessors. Tables do break and fall away way too easy. It just becomes annoying and cumbersome after a while. But again, though, you can stand them up in the corners and so forth. But the biggest thing I gotta say is, like I said, is like they seem just to fall and they break really, really easy. However, though, breaking and destroying the video board and the entranceway was so much fun, way fun. It takes about 3 hits to shatter it, and it just, again, it's just a nice little touch that they added to the game. The ropes have some funky animations at times, but it actually becomes kind of funny after a while. You'll see them kind of like shaking around and moving all jagged and such. But again, though, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. But again, though, it becomes funny after a while just seeing the different movements the ropes take. The exploding barbed wire death match was an absolute blast, pun intended. There is just so much blood. The animations are fun. The replays do get a little overused. I haven't figured out how you can turn those off yet, if you can. But again, though, overall, though, a lot of fun. All in all, the barbed wire death match is just a lot of fun. It is hectic. The timed explosions are great. They're big, bright, loud explosions. Even the small dinky explosion they used as an Easter egg from AEW Revolution was actually pretty cool as well too. I really enjoyed that. The Casino Battle Royale is probably my least favorite game mode in the game. There's a solo or a team mode. It lasts just way too long. Targeting is awful. The AI teams up on you no matter what, which reminds me a lot of the older Youth games as well too. But for sure, it's still a great addition to the game. It's a nice little touch to have that battle royale in there. But again, no, it gets a little bit hectic and such. And the biggest thing I gotta say is just the targeting. If you're not familiar with the Casino Battle Royale, you have 4 groups of suits and 5 wrestlers to each group. When one person from each group gets eliminated, another one will come in until they're all been eliminated, all gone, and the last person who comes in will be the Joker card. I didn't notice much lag or slowdown when there was a lot of wrestlers in the ring at one time, is like something that we saw in W2K18 when there was more than 2 people in the ring. Sometimes just if there were 2 people in the ring, W2K18 was horrible. I didn't see that with this game whatsoever, so that's definitely a good sign. Another thing is I noticed lots of lag and pausing though during the wrestler entrances and eliminations in the Casino Battle Royale. I'll save the mini games and such for the full review that I do with the Xbox, but they are what they are. They're exactly what they intended to be. They're a fun little break from wrestling to play some Mario type games. I found the quiz itself, the AEW quiz, to be a little tough in some areas. I actually missed a few questions, but otherwise the coin grab was probably one of my favorite ones. But again though, nice little touch that you and your friends can do is play mini games. So there's several more, plus you get some more if you get the Elite Edition as well too. You do have other options in the game as well too, like championship management, general management, where you can custom the control layout, turn off blood, change difficulty, check records, wins and losses, set up your own music playlist with the jukebox, change your user ID, your badge, etc. And for online, because basically you're going to change like your, kind of like Call of Duty, where you're going to change like your badge, your user ID badge, and so forth. That way you can have that card, that player card, when you're online. Plus there's a lot more as well too in the options. But let's quickly talk about online here. I didn't get a chance to dive into it too much because the fact that I don't know if the servers were even on. I went in, I tried to get into some matches, but I could never find anybody, so maybe once the game actually releases, we will be able to do so. There is going to be ranked casual and private matches as well too. I'll test these out to see the stability and the quality. However, you do also have online co-op matches as well too, where you can do tag team and so forth. So it's kind of nice to see online co-op style matches, but I'm really excited to see how this will handle with the servers and such as well too. So custom, it is what it is. I mean, here you're able to customize your own wrestlers, your own team, or your own arena. I will say that the wrestler customization is a little basic and lackluster, but again, it gets the job done. Again, this reminds me a lot of the older Ukes games, from being able to customize your ring attire, your entrance attire, your street clothes, moveset, the entrance scene, which does have a lot of different like wrestlers, like WWE wrestlers in it as well too. I found like Roman Reigns' entrance scene in there. But again, though, it is what it is. It's not horrible. I did find creating like an arena was actually pretty enjoyable and pretty fun. You can change everything from the ring mat, the apron, the post, the guardrails, the ramp, the entrance stage, the lighting, etc. Again, a big throwback to the older Ukes games as well here too, with the create an entrance, or create an arena, I should say. Road to Elite was actually really enjoyable. I have not finished it yet, but from what I've played, it's absolutely enjoyable. This is like the game that takes you on a career/story mode. The only thing I didn't like was that we had to start with the dreaded casino battle royale, and I say that because once again, it's very, very long. Of course, I won it. I went on, so I'm not sure if this changes, but from what I heard anyways, the story will change as you pick different characters and so forth. So I use CM Punk instead of my own custom wrestler. This mode actually takes you through the life of an AEW wrestler and working your way to the top. Having phone, you have phone conversations with Tony Khan to get booked in matches. You're interacting with other wrestlers. There's quite a bit of history events that are, that show in the game as well too, where they actually show video package and such of like throwbacks, like I said, of like AEW history. I thought that was really cool. The Road to Elite main menu allows you to visit the hospital. That way you can fix yourself up, fix up your broken wrestler. Go to dining area to regenerate. You can go out, you can work out as well too to build yourself up, and then proceeding to the next match. It's kind of neat as well too, how he kind of just goes over like the plane. You will use your money and attributes, your skills, to upgrade your wrestler, like I said, to fix them up in the hospital and kind of get them ready for the next match to proceed. All this though is all earned during your time while playing Road to Elite. All in all though, I found my time so far with Road to Elite fun and enjoyable. You do have challenges that allow you to complete challenges to earn more cash to use in the shop, which we'll talk about here next. The shop itself, it is what it is. This really reminds me a lot of the older Ukes games once again, especially Day of Reckoning. You use your in-game currency that you obtain from completing matches, so it's all in-game currency. There's no real money by doing challenges. To be able to unlock things like new apparel, arena items that you can use in the create arena mode, moves for your move sets, entrance animations, and more items, which is basically Cody Rhodes. For some reason you have to unlock. Referee Aubrey Edwards is in there as well too. Not really too sure what that's all about, but also there's alternate attires for the Young Bucks and Britt Baker as well too. I really hope they plan to update the shop, or something, whether it's weekly or whether it's daily, monthly, or something. I hope they definitely update it, because my only gripe here is that in order to be able to change attires, like when you purchase like the Young Bucks or Britt Baker's alternate attire, you have to go to the custom. You have to basically go into the custom. You have to customize a current wrestler. You have to make a new preset to add their new attire. And basically that's what you have to do. And it just doesn't give you the option to change attires in the wrestler select screen. It's just confusing. Kind of like, like any other game where you just unlock a attire and you can just swap them in the actual wrestler menu. And it's just weird to have to go and do all this just to be able to do so. I just feel like the shop could add a little bit more as well too. I hope they add actual like new arenas and such as well, as I feel like I'm just sitting on a bunch of money here with little to spend it on, unless I want to create wrestlers and arenas all day long. So with that being said, guys, I will say that my time here with the game has been quite damn enjoyable. It's no secret the Nintendo Switch version is going to, be behind the times and not as clear and crisp as its predecessors, but man, am I just damn glad that we avoided a mess like WWE 2K18. This, as of right now, is the most enjoyable and playable pro wrestling game on the console. Even with its frame rate drops, some bad animations, some lag, it's still a great way to enjoy AEW Fight Forever, especially on the go and handheld mode. I did experience one crash while in handheld mode, but I didn't come across any more thereafter. If you're looking for a great way to enjoy and experience AEW Fight Forever and enjoy an arcade wrestler as a throwback to the old, THQ Ukes games, and all you have is a Switch, or you just want to be able to take it with you on the go, I will say you are in good hands. I am sure with patches and updates the game will get much better, or much better as the Nintendo Switch can handle. AEW Fight Forever is going to cost you $59.99 for the standard edition, which is available in both digital and physical, and $79.99 in digital only. That also includes the Elites. It's the Elites mode that includes the DLC, the season pass as well too, which gives you Hook, Danhausen, FTR, etc. Once again though, it's available for Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, PS5, PC, and of course right here on Nintendo Switch. So guys, there you have it. Again, AEW Fight Forever. I'm having a blast with it. I cannot wait to jump into some more. I cannot wait for you guys to get a chance to experience this game as well too. So make sure you guys comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I will be back here again with a complete comparison of the Xbox Series X version versus the Switch, and kind of do a little bit more of an in-depth, my thoughts as well here too later on. So make sure you guys like this video if you choose to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure to turn on that bell notification to update with all things that is Chit Chat Gaming. And as always guys, happy gaming.